Hello, all of you vaingloriously wonderful people. Isn't that just the cutest little guy? Look at him. What's your name? What's your name? You are Casco. You're 29 years old and homeless. I'm sorry. Yes, I still have to look around my microphone because I still haven't found a good place to put it. What's up, everybody? How you doing? Greetings. Welcome. Hey, Finnick. What's going on? We're playing the Thousand Lakes map, or Thousand Islands map. Thousand Islands map. I just really like this map. You can do a lot of cool things with this map, and it has its own unique set of challenges. And so we're playing it. We're playing it. It's just one of my favorite maps. So we gotta do things. We have to do things. We have to do stuff and things. We are going to do those stuff and things right now. Anyways, I want a path that goes right by those stairs and then right there. Boop, done. We need one of these right here. Though this one's temporary, and another one's up there. Little Willie, what's up, buddy? How's it going, my dude? I shouldn't call you that anymore. You're like a grown man now. Play Slumberjack flag. Did it. Let's unpause the game. Watch these little guys just spring into action. By the way, how's the stream on your end, guys? Oh yeah, I forgot to tell them to cut trees. Twitch is telling me that it's unstable, but Twitch Inspector says it's fine. So I don't know what to believe. Like, the dashboard here says unstable. But then I go look at Twitch Inspector and like, nah, dude, you're fine. You're good. So who knows? Who knows what the truth is anymore? I sure don't. I do know that Beaver is... Oh, this will be a little Willy. Okay. Alright, cool. I didn't know if you'd like outgrown it and didn't like it anymore or whatever. It was good. Have I played this map before? I have, yes. I need to download more maps. What's going on, Worf? How you doing? Missed you, buddy. Not to get all up in your business, but like legit. Alright. You good? Boop, there we go. Don't wanna cut down trees. I did that. We'll build a water pump. I'm just gonna leave it paused. Let's just leave it paused. Struggling? Yeah. I feel you, my dude. I've been thinking about you. I know that doesn't really help, but it's out there. Like that. And then we're going to build one of our water tanks right there. And we'll put something there. I don't know what yet. We'll figure it out. Boom, go. Look at it go, boy. I know there's nothing I can do, so I just keep you in my thoughts, my dude. It's just the best I know to do. I'm like all bouncy tonight. I've had lots of these fudge brownie M&Ms, and I think I've got like this sugar high. So probably in about 90 minutes, I'm just gonna tank. So if I fall asleep during the stream, somebody just like nudge me. I'd appreciate it. And hey, it doesn't help that I'm also downing tons of caffeine today. I didn't sleep much last night. Like, I don't know. I went to bed at 2. I don't think I fell asleep till like 5:30 in the morning. Got back up at 8. It was rough. It's pretty rough. By the way, Lil Willie, your dogs are adorable. I always love it when your Snap story is your dogs. Always. I'm just not even paying attention. Farmhouse. Farmhouse, farmhouse, farmhouse. Is there an alarm clock alert? No. There probably should be, though. Let's build these, like... Yeah, let's do this and we'll put a road there. Or, it's not a road, but you know what I mean. A path. And we'll go ahead and run this one over here. Miss your ones in Texas. I miss my dogs. My parents have a Cocker Spaniel, but it's not the same. There's just something about a big dog, man. They're just... I don't know. Plant carrot. Just one carrot? No, I think we shall plant many carrots. I don't think I left myself enough room, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, 1, 2, 6, 7, it matters. There's a reason it matters, because the thing that we get later allows us to, excuse me, hiccup, speed up crop growth by a pretty good amount. And their radius is a 7x7, so that's why I count out 7x7. There are fringes here. If I like to get your husky like you should. I like huskies. I wanted to get a dog instead of a cat. Don't get me wrong, I love my cat. She's the greatest. She's kind of like a dog in many ways. She follows me everywhere I go. Everywhere I go. Yeah, I don't like where I built those. I'm gonna tear those down. What a waste of resources. And like if I've been here in my room for a while, and she hasn't seen me in a couple hours, when she hears me open the door, she comes running down the hall and greets me and meows. And she likes to lick, just like a dog. She will lick you right in your face. That's not what I want. I want this. There we go. Even on mobile, I'm big now. Oh, did you get your phone, Donkey? Congrats. Call me fat, Donkey. Build 2 of these. Oh, can't build 2 of these. That. That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. There we go. Cool. And go. You guys like the new computer? Ooh, you can actually see my computer. You probably thought it was just more lights back there. No, that's my computer. Built by me. My old one's over there still. It's now a file server. But this one, you know, does all the RGB, even though I just set it to blue, because it's like right here, and it's in my peripheral vision. And when I lean back to like watch a show or something, it doing all kinds of light things is really distracting. So I just set it to blue, and there it goes. You got a stem with your texturing, or you really want to start pricing on PC Part Picker? This was not cheap. And I didn't even buy a video card. However, Paul's Hardware just did a really cool build guide for about $1,000. Granted, it's only going to do 1080p gaming. That's about all you can expect right now because you can't find video cards anywhere. What I'm really glad though is that the monitor like cuts off and you can't see this bird's nest of cables. I've got to order a lot of new cables because a lot of mine are too short. Not a problem I'm accustomed to. You get what I mean. No, such an asshole. No, not there. Okay, fine there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, I think. Public school education from Arkansas. Right there, boys. That's what that was. Even though they don't call for it yet, we're going to go ahead and put the potatoes in so that once the little tutorial's done, we can potato it up. You might just wait until you start working for Southwest. You are... Well, you have been doing this for years, my dude. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get a PC on with this, and this, and then, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and just wait.
3 months.
That was really quiet. But MQ Bush, thank you. 3 months indeed. How you doing tonight? Thank you for the resub. You just need to do it, dude. Like, once you go on gaming PC, it's really tough to go back. Why aren't they... Well, hello? Why are you not doing this? You have nothing to build. Oh, wait, yeah, you did. Never mind. How have I been? Pretty good, man. You know, finally got my car sold. I paid off all my bills. I am 100% debt-free. I upgraded my computer. And I still have enough money for a decent down payment on a new car. Brand new car. Not that I'm going to buy one anytime soon. I'm going to wait for the car market to kind of chill out. Yeah, it's kind of nice knowing that I have no debts. Like none. Debt-free. Haven't been that way in a while. Because see, when I lost my job, I had just bought a bunch of stuff, and my credit wasn't good because I didn't ever use credit. So I'm like, well, I'll buy some stuff on credit and pay it off in like a month, just to get some, you know, history built back up, and then lost my job like 3 days later. So those balances have just been sitting there with minimum payments and never getting lower because of interest and all that. So it's kind of nice after a couple years to have all that just erased and washed away. You are a big boy now, Willie. I understand the reluctance. My PC is a big investment. It truly is. I want to get rid of this and move it elsewhere. It just cracks me up because every time you mention getting a PC, like you always come right back and oh shit! Why? Okay, let's figure out why the alerts are so quiet. Thank you, MQ Bush, for the gift sub out to Lando Capone, aka Lil Willie. That was 21 gift subs. Why are the alerts so quiet? What is my alerts? What are my alerts coming through? Let's play that again so I can see. Oh shit! Desktop audio. Coming through desktop audio. And I've already got that up pretty loud. If I turn it up any louder, maybe it's just because I have my headphones turned way down. Probably just because I have my headphones turned way down. How do they sound on your end? Can you guys hear Hobo doing his thing loud and clear? What's yeah, that's that's how you spell it too, Donkey. Yeah. How'd you know? I love Hobo. You sound fine. Okay, all right. So it's just because I have my headphones sound quiet. Good to know. Thank you. You like how I'm like getting all particular where the doors are? Oh, by the way, you said you haven't seen this game before. This is in early access called Timberborn. It is a fantastic little game, man. Like, you wouldn't know it was in early access. It is really well done. I mean, there are still some things to go, and they've got stuff on the roadmap, and it's missing some things I would like it to have for this type of game. But by and large, it's pretty freaking fantastic. It does get, like, it needs some optimization once you get about around a population of 300. The game slows down, and it doesn't matter. It's not that it's hogging system resources. It's not. Because, like, I pulled up my task manager and temps last night, and when the frame rate tanks, both the CPU and the GPU, temperatures and usage just plummet. Just absolutely plummet. It's just something about the game. Like, it just can't. It just can't. I mean, I'm rocking an i9 12900K now, so it's definitely not lack of processing power. Still have my 2080. Hope to get a new graphics card sometime soon. But I'm not going to pay scalper prices because that's stupid. All right, now that we know where things are going to be up here, we're going to move this flag to there. The early game is all about, like, constantly juggling your resources and moving things around. We just started. This is a brand new save. We have 11 beavers. We have room for 15 beavers. We will soon have room for, there we go, 18 beavers. Let me turn off the overlay, if I can remember how to do that. I thought I had a button that turned off the whole overlay. I guess not. There. And let me turn off the camera as well. That way you guys can kind of see the whole overlay for a minute. But you've got, like, up here, this is their well-being, their happiness. As you fulfill all the different things that you can build and do for them, they become happier and happier and happier. This is your amount of science points. These are your materials that you've collected, your food, your raw logs, your water, and then your population. And then over here, if you have more than one district, which you can do, they'll be listed there. What day and cycle it currently is, the weather, and then your time and all that. And you can control how long the workday is. I just leave it on 16 hours usually. But we gave them housing, so they're happy. And that's why we got to level 5 on their well-being. A 1080. Yeah, I'd say as long as it's 1080, 1070, 1080 Ti, if you can get your hands on one. Absolutely still a very, very valid card. And it'll be just fine. I went from a 980 to a 2080, so I, like, skipped the 10. I had a 1060, and it just couldn't handle recording and playing or streaming and playing at the same time. It just didn't have the oomph behind it. But if you're just gaming, a 1060 will be fine. Yeah, and ray tracing, unless you don't want to do ray tracing on a 20 series card anyway. That was the first generation of the RTX cores. So it's a feels bad man type thing. You won't really like it. I don't ever enable ray tracing. It's a 20 series card. It just doesn't work that well on the 20 series cards. And we are going to move the gatherer's flag there and give them a little path to get to it, and then we're going to tear this one down. But yeah, if you can get your hands on the 1080, just be careful buying used, because you never really know what it was used for. Do you turn on ray tracing with your 2060? I didn't know that. And I know this is going to be the next thing they want, so I'm just going to go ahead and get it ready to go. And that needs a pathway to its front door. There we go. I wonder something. I am just curious. No, I guess I got rid of it. I thought I still had the parts list that I had put together a few years ago. It'd be so outdated now. You want an i5, 12 whatever, non-K SKU. So just the, what is it, 12700? Is that the thing? I forget. You want at least 16 gigs of RAM. You want to get you an M.2 SSD for your boot drive and for a couple of your games, and then either regular SSD or mechanical drive for everything else. And a motherboard and a graphics card, and a case, and a power supply, and you're done. I think it sounds so easy. Bada boom, bada bing. No, it's not buildings I want to delete. It is resources. I know those trees are valuable, but I don't have a woodcutter down here now anyway, so they'd never be able to do anything. So it doesn't matter. We've only got 2 builders at the moment. That's why it's taking so long for everything to get built. Eventually we'll have more. As you have housing, they start having babies, and there are ways to get them to have more babies. That's right, you can put your beavers in the mood for a little, you know. You know. Leave. The early part of the game takes a while. It's not too bad. And you don't have to play with the tutorial. You can disable it in settings. I just do it because I'll forget steps. How do you get them in the mood? Pictures of sexy trees? Close. Beaver's like relaxing around a campfire in the evening. After a day's work, they will relax around a campfire. And if you notice that it improves their social life. Campfires and rooftop terraces. Both. I guess because they go socialize and like, well, hey, you're a pretty good looking beaver. And they go back to their little lodge and make a baby beaver. But yeah, they become highly reproductive when you have either one of those available for them. It's kind of funny. How many? We're gonna need 60 points. Okay, so we're at 42. All right, cool. Hey, look at that. Build a lumber mill. The thing that I've already started building. How did I know? It's like I've played before. I've already got like 200 hours in this game, I think. 161. It's a fantastic game. Highly recommend it. If ever you played Banished back in the day and enjoyed it, you'll like this too. Okay, you'll be able to get that tree. Actually, be able to get that tree too. They're not cutting this stuff down yet. My 2 builders are also my 2 demolition guys, and they're a little busy at the moment. So it'll take a minute before we're able to get that going. Speaking of the campfire, I need to start thinking about where I want to place it. This is all just dry, gross ground that nothing will ever grow. So that's not a bad spot. See, now it wants me to build a forester. I don't quite have enough science points for that. We will actually, we just now got it. But I'm going to go ahead just so we can get our population jump started, and I am going to do that. And I'm going to build them 2 more lodges after I cut down that tree stump. Cut down all that. We're going to build that first. But you can change priority. You can assign priority to stuff. Like, I want that done first. So now my builders will go over here and kind of stare at them for a minute and kind of... It looks like they're cussing out the tree, but you know, somehow that cuts it down. How? I don't know. That's what it looks like. It looks like they're just yelling at the tree. It's like, damn tree, get out of my way. I want to put a house here. It's like, hey, do the thing. I'm gonna. Quit bullying me. So, buildings in this game also have an area of effect. You can see when I place it on the path. Or even when I don't place it on the path, you can kind of see the green tealish outline. And I want to try to get as much of this upper area that's green covered. And it looks like right there gets it all. And then my two lumberjacks can cut down that wood. So this one can cover this whole side. This one can cover this whole side. So it kind of works out. So we'll get the lumberjack flag, or the lumberjack flag, the forester in. And then we go in here, plant trees. For now, we are just going to plant birch trees on this side, even though there's pine trees over here already. Birch trees grow faster, but they yield less wood. So it's kind of a trade-off. So you want a little of both. And we'll do a big pine forest back here. We'll probably eventually, matter of fact, I know we will eventually get rid of some of this. But for now, oops, oh, there, that's just dead gross ground. For now, this gets us taken care of. And you can see it's got like the little ghosted image. If I do that, the dirt is just kind of in rows where they're going to plant stuff. But it won't happen until the forester hut gets built. What are they doing? What are they working on? Oh, they're tearing that stuff down still. Okay. That's fair. When you get done building everything, I've got more stuff for you to rip out. One thing I didn't check was, can this forester reach this land? Because I would like him to plant some trees down here too. You would think food would be your big challenge in this game, but it isn't. It's having enough logs for everything. When does it come out of early access? I don't know, man. I have no idea. Why can't I bring Steam up? Ooh, I have a thing. So it's been in development since 2018. They are very involved with their community. Yeah, they don't have an ETA on when they plan on leaving early access. Yeah, no idea. Oh, hello. Oh, it's capturing the wrong screen, I just realized. Why is it capturing that screen? What? Why didn't you guys tell me it was on the wrong screen? Capture meant to display one. That's what I meant to do. This is what I was saying oh hello about. Thank you very much, MQ Bush. Mr. Vainglorious. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. I have been interested in checking that game out, so I can't wait. There you go. Tutorial done. Our storage is already full. That's a constant balance, too. So what really sucks is you notice we've got carrots out here in the field that are not being harvested because they have nowhere to store them because all of our storage is full. So there's just all this stuff that you have to juggle constantly in this game, and I can't see behind the microphone. There we go. Sorry if that made a weird noise in the microphone. Okay, so we can see now this forester can reach part of this, but not much of it. Kind of a not good thing. But then again, the woodcutters can't really reach much either, so we'll plant some trees down here once I click the right button. Like that. We're gonna actually get rid of this stuff here. The berries. The berries are fine to start out, but if you notice, they're gonna eat just the carrots primarily. They're just like, berries are so beneath us. We've got a couple unemployed beavers, so I'm gonna get a couple grills going because they can grill potatoes. And then that'll start getting them some variety in their diet. And then we can also go in here and check and see. I wish I could move these. That's one of the things I wish I could do. Let me turn the camera back off. And the chat. Hold on. There we go. So if you go in and look, each thing, of course, if they're hungry or thirsty, they die. If they don't get enough sleep, they'll just pass out. If they have shelter, it gives them a boost of life expectancy and of walking speed. Carrots gives them a boost on their life expectancy. Grilled potatoes on their strength. Bread on their carrying speed, and on and on and on. It shows you what all the different things will do. There we go. Fertility, 25%. Because of the campfire. Same with the rooftop terrace. These different statues help them with their working speed because they're in like, ooh, a statue. Same with the monuments, gives them working speed. And they get things done better. And just giving them lots of recreation helps them be better workers, as ironic as that may sound. So you can't overwork your beaver. You gotta be careful. You don't want to wear your beaver out. Yes, I did pause. Let's see. Where do I want to go next? So I've got 8 houses. I've got room for 24 beavers. I've only got 19. So I think I'll leave housing alone for now. And let them get that and that built. I swear to God, one of these days I am going to come up with a solution for this microphone problem. I just don't know what that solution may be. I've yet to figure out where can I put the microphone that it doesn't block the screen. I could put it over here, but then it is in the way it blocks. Like this is what you would see. So I just don't know what to do with the damn microphone. There we go. Now we can plant more trees down here. Gonna go all birch down here because why not? Our gatherer can still gather the few berries that are still there. We'll let them work on those for now. Dead people go-getters. Dead people go-getters. I remember that. From, we were playing City Skylines, and I couldn't think of the word hearse, I think. That's what it was. There we go. We just got to level 6. I don't know why we got to level 6. Oh, because they've all been able to enjoy the campfire. So, all 20 of my beavers are now extra fertile. Oh my God. Microphone. Yo, grilled potatoes. I know you guys can't see that well, and I'm sorry. It seems like once I get my overlays settled, and I'm like, okay, this doesn't block information in any of the games I usually stream, then I find a new game, and something is blocked. What are you gonna do? So we've got some science points going, and I've been saving them on purpose because since this area is so small, and we're going to have to bridge out over water, I've been wanting to get to where we can build stairs and these platforms. Plus, we're going to build our housing here. You may be thinking I've kind of boxed myself in on my housing. I'm going to build up. That's one of the really cool things about this. Anything that is solid, wrong button. Anything that's marked as solid, you can build other buildings and things on top of it, which makes it really handy. Microphone's in the way. There we go. Oh my God, it's still in the way. I'll just lean. That's a whole lot easier. Cool. So we still have a couple of unemployed beavers. We're up to 22, so we are going to need to think about housing them soon. But before I can do that, I also have to have stairs to get up to that next level. Which we don't have yet. But what we can do in the meantime is get the platforms in, that they'll need to walk on. And then figure out where we're going to put the stairs. I haven't really left myself a whole lot of space here. They're able to plant all of that, so I don't really want to use it if I get away with it. There we go. We want as many trees as possible. I know it doesn't look like wood's a problem right now, but it very quickly becomes one. Like, super quick becomes one. So I guess what I could do for stairs isn't really ideal, but at least it will take advantage of the area where a tree's never going to grow. Like these gray areas. So what we'll do is, I still don't have enough points. Boo. We'll either build up in that way, or we could build here and just loop it around. I'd also like to bring it down this way eventually. I do think I'm gonna lose one row of trees here. So I'd like to have multiple ways up. It's just helpful to do. To have multiple routes. Because you can see the district, it's kind of hard to tell right now, but this line that's green eventually goes to yellow and then to orange and then to red. Like about here it'd be red and I wouldn't be able to build anything anymore that's connected to the district. It would have to be a new district that has its own whole set of requirements to get set up. But I can give you guys, since there's a couple people that are new to this, this is gonna get laggy for a minute. I don't know why I called it dressing. Is this it? Earlier today? Yeah. We got 17 hours on this save. It's gonna be really laggy. I apologize. When it's loading the save, it gets really choppy. My camera does, the stream does. This is the same map, but a different strategy that I took on it. This just gives you an idea of what you can build up to. Dead people go-getters. I think I couldn't think of the word hearse that day. So yeah, this is the exact same map that we were just on. This is 336 beavers. Let me again get rid of the camera and overlay so you can just really get an appreciation of it. I'm not going to unpause it because it'll run really slowly. But you can see the majority of my land, I've like built out over water for everything. Including this behemoth that I just built this afternoon. That's all storage. 100% storage. What's really cool about this game is there's water gates. And you can actually manipulate where the water goes. Like I've got a gate here raised all the way up, and then I've just got levees here. So that when there's a drought, and there are droughts in this game, I can close these gates. I can close these gates back here and have enough water in my area, because I've got gates over there, and then I've got levees back here, and levees back here, and then levees by these gates. And I can keep water for a 4 or 5 day drought and never run out of water. It's kind of awesome. Yeah, this is the exact same map that we were just playing. And this just gives you an idea of what can be done with this game. It's insanity. And it's fun insanity. That stuff over there is something I haven't even explored yet. Let's get back into where we were here. I really don't know why that's called dressing. But yeah, it is. And as you unlock more science points, you unlock new production chains. So like they take the logs and turn them into gears. And then with those gears and planks. And with those planks and logs, you can then build a gear factory, because some things require gears. And then you'll use planks, logs, and gears to build something. And then eventually you have them reclaim scrap metal from these ruins. And with that, you get into building obviously metal things. And it's just on and on and on. So science is a big deal for the first 15, 20 hours of the game. And then you just unlock everything and you can get rid of all your scientists. But until then, you want your inventors around to get you as many science points as possible. And we're going to build some more here in a minute. But first, I want to get one more farmhouse in, just because I want one for harvesting and 2 for planting. That way they'll go harvest, and then as soon as they harvest, they replant. Granted, it doesn't do me any good right now because I still don't have enough science points to build stairs, and I can't build up on top of this stuff until I have those science points. I am, however, going to have it ready to go. So we made room for a path, so I'll put that there. And then I think for our stairs up, so we are going to have a way for them to get to that next level. Oops. I think we'll just do it right here. I bring this out one, like, this way, and they can't build here anyway. What I can do is run stairs there and then a path all around this way. And then you have to put paths on top of your flat objects. I learned this the hard way. I did not get that lined up right. That irritates me. Oh well. So now, when we do have stairs, they'll be able to walk up here because there's a path up there. They can walk on it to build, but they can't walk on it for it to be connected to the district. So how many points do I need? 70. We're almost there. We're at 62 science points. And we're looking pretty good. We've got carrots, we've got grilled potatoes. You can't really see it, but they're not really touching the berries all that much now that they've got 2 other food sources. The berry number is just going up and up and up as the gatherer goes and gets more berries. The poor gatherer's just like, whatever, I don't even have any room for any more berries right now. As you can see, his inventory is 20 out of 20. So he's just, anyway, I'm just going to sit here. I'm just going to chill. What's your name? This is Irani, age 20. Irani's not very fertile. Irani hasn't visited the campfire lately. We have enough stairs, which means once they get that built, we can build our next level of storage and housing. So I don't know. Then maybe I'll get the keyboard upside down because the way the cable is ran. I didn't think about that one. I ran the cable. I'm trying to fish the excess cable. Yeah, I'm gonna go upside down. Alright. Keyboard upside down. Mouse upside down. Okay, Google. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Good thing is we're waiting on beavers to build stuff, and I would have been waiting anyway. Where's the mouse? Okay. So down is up is down, right is left, left is right. It's just so hard. And then how do I just like you click the middle mouse wheel? There we go. I wanna. There we go. I had to use my thumb to click the middle mouse, so that felt really weird. That just felt wrong. Well, while we're waiting on them to build, let's look at lights. It can do things. So it can do that thing. You can kind of see the light strip in there, but not really. It doesn't show up that well because it's black case and the blue lights. But I can control it either through the case button or through my motherboard. I just have it. It doesn't change the motherboard RAM and video card, so it's through a different program. But they are addressable LEDs, so it'll do many different things. Basically, it cycles through colors. There's your rainbow unicorn vomit, if that's what you're into. I'm not my thing. Well, you really can't see. You can kind of see some color in there. The lamp is really blocking it. You can see the front pretty well. And it just cycles through all of it until I get back to my solid blue eventually. There you go. It's kind of nice to be able to have software control or the button control over what the case does. Forgot the mouse is right there. And they're taking forever to get this stuff built. Oh, it's because they don't have any planks. We're due for a drought really soon. While we're waiting, I see a place. We need to plant a tree. So we will click on the trees. We will select birch. Man, I'm getting good at this. And Finnick does this to me so much, I'm getting actually really good at it. And oops, right there. No, there you go. There's the drought warning. We have a drought in 2.9 days, at which point the water will cease to flow. Our food will start to die. We won't be able to get any more water via our water pump, so we'll have to survive on just what's in our water storage tanks. But the water comes in way back there onto the map, and it splits into two waterfalls. This is our waterfall, and it comes down this channel here, over to here, and flows past us, and then off the map. That waterfall over there, the water kind of mixes back here, but not really. Let's see if I can get back there to show you. Wrong way. Like, the two sources do mix a little bit right here, but really it just flows down and then down from this. The water that's coming from that side never gets deep enough to flow out this way. You could make it that way if you really wanted to. But I've never really saw a need. I think you're not getting a whole lot of action out of your upside down mouse control, man, because I'm waiting on them to finish building. I do have the world's worst posture. You want a refund? You should have had better timing, my dude. I can't help it that this is what I was doing right now. It's on you. Refund. Oh, somebody sent me a private message. We've got 34 seconds for them to finish building all this, and I don't think it's going to happen because it's nighttime and they just all went to bed. Oh, but wait, it's daytime. They might get it done. Postures for losers. Oh, here we go. I see a place that we can plant some more trees. We'll do that in our final 10 seconds. We'll do it upside down. I want those to be pine trees. Okay, Google. Stop the timer. We only had 1 second left. No, where's my mouse? There it is. I bragged that I was getting... Oh no! What happened? I know what happened. I right-clicked and left-clicked. No, that way. That way. There we go. There we go. Cool. There, I planted 2 more trees while we were upside down. Now I've got to try to get my keyboard turned around without hitting anything on the stream deck and ending the stream like I did once by accident. Because I am so smart. And they're taking an awful long time to get this stuff built. I think I just accidentally planted some trees somewhere. Drought started, so... we When you eat your nightly 10 Oreos with milk at 4 a.m. Yeah, he had a $1,000 build that he did. And when you get ready to build a PC, I highly recommend watching his How to Build a PC video. He references it in his $1,000 build PC. He links to it. And watch it start to finish multiple times. Because he covers everything you need to know. And the last person that I was like, yeah, go watch this video, they skipped a couple parts, and of course they wound up with some very expensive repairs they had to have done on their brand new hardware. So you had a NAS. You have 2 older NAS units. They're both Drobo 5 disk models. One is direct attach USB. I can't do USB. The other is Ethernet. Possibly. Right now, I'm using my old desktop. But I'd like to get something dedicated because it just seems like that drop was really short. It just seems like an awful big spend of electricity just to do the thing. But yeah, so the last person that I know that that watched Paul's video and skipped it, yeah, it wound up having to take his brand new motherboard to the shop because he bent some pins on it, which is easy to do if you're not paying attention. Don't let that freak you out. But then also had to get the thermal paste cleaned out because he applied the entire tube of thermal paste. You don't do that. You don't do that. Why are they taking so long to build this? Oh, this guy didn't have any power. Because we were in a drought, the water wheel wasn't turning. Okay, yep. The water wheel puts out varying levels of power based upon how fast the current's flowing. It's like really fast right there. So I'm getting like 90 power out of it. It just really irritates me if you guys can't see like anything on here. Yeah, P size on larger processors and X, like in a really thin layer, like the big Ryzen, or maybe it's their other ones, but really big processors. Like even mine with the new 12 series, it's a little taller. It's not wider, but it's a little taller. So people recommend putting a little tiny drop in each corner, just the tiniest of little, like just a millimeter, and then your P in the middle. That sounded wrong, but you know what I mean. Yeah, if you overdo thermal paste, it'll squirt out the sides and can get down into your components, and it not only conducts heat, but it also conducts electricity, so you'll short things out, and then it's a pain to clean, especially if it gets down in the socket for your processor. They're almost done. They've got that set of stairs left, and then we'll be able to build up. If I built now, it would build the buildings still, but it would say you have unconnected buildings. Nobody wants unconnected buildings. Cool, so that should, yeah, that expands your reach, so we can go ahead and get more trees planted down here. I'm also gonna get a couple more water pumps, just because I know I'm going to need them. Nice thing about these platforms is you can use them to extend, so like I didn't have enough land there, so I can just put a platform right there and run. Makes it really handy. And because space is at a premium on this map, you wind up using a lot of platforms. Right. Instead of taking my path there and losing that land, I'm gonna just boop that corner there. Honestly, this is a pretty big waste of fertile land as well. I bet I could get in. So I've got 6 unemployed beavers. I'm about to do 1, 2, 3 new jobs. So let's build a couple more of our inventors as well. Yep. That way we're getting the science points. Cool. They've got the stairs built so we can expand our storage, and they'll quit complaining about storage being full for all of like 2 seconds, and then they'll fill it back up again. And then we can throw in some more housing as well. Willie, I hope you follow through this time, man, because all joking aside, it's like Donkey said a while ago. He only wishes he had joined PC gaming earlier. I was the same way. Whoa! What was that? Polo's getting a workout tonight. That was 5 gifted subs, and I didn't even catch who they went out to. Yeah, I did. There it is. But I want to see if it shows me how many months. Oh, it doesn't? Oh, that's sad. It doesn't show me how many months. So, gift subs going out to Skyfall 1516. Oh, no, 8 months in a row. It does show me. Sparing Donkey, who's a moderator here. 8 months in a row. V-Borg for 8 months in a row. Tony, who I haven't seen. No, we saw him last week. For 6 months in a row. And Top Secret Muffin for the first subscription. Guys, enjoy the gift subs courtesy of MQ Bush. We actually have the money this time, which is the start. True. True. But yeah, once you start gaming on PC, you'll be like, dude, why didn't I do this sooner? What was I thinking? Yes, you can justify it as a business expense. Probably write it off on taxes for that matter. You don't have to do what I'm doing currently, which is unmarking area where buildings are for tree cutting. They're smart enough to know, hey, there's a building there, I can't plant a tree. PC, console. I played on consoles for a very long time. Get rid of some trees just so we can get up there, because that's going to be some good real estate up there. Once we get dynamite, we can blast all this flat. That's right, there's dynamite! And it's fun, but we're a long ways off from that. We have to get metal first. They've got a lot of stuff to build, so it's going to be a minute before they get all of that planted. You're going to grab a shower. Okay. Enjoy your shower, Donkey. So he can reach all the way over here. We're just eventually gonna put our gatherer out of business, aren't we? So we're gonna remove those resources and double check that that's correct. Yep. And then once they get those removed, we will plant some more trees that they can come cut down. But we might need another wood cutter. No, he's able to get those. Did I mark him? I did. Oh, he's got trees back here that they're cutting back here right now. Okay. There's only 2 of them right now, so it takes them a minute. I may go ahead and get rid of our gatherer. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the gatherer. They're not eating the berries. And replace that with a woodcutter. That can get the timber down here. Can he reach it all? Not quite, but that's okay because I do want one more that can help us out down in this corner. So we've got a good start. We don't have a whole lot of planks, and that's what this guy's making. We almost have enough power that I could do 2 of those. So you can kind of see what I was saying earlier about the paths. Like, this is already into the red, and that's not good, and that's because they have to go up and around and around and around. They can only walk so far from the district center. Even if it's up, they can only walk so far. So I want to try to get this up here connected down here. But I have one small problem. These stairs. I can't build a platform over those stairs. I can build a platform over those stairs. I can't over these. These stone ones you can't build over. And to get down here, we're going to have to do some work. So we are going to make sure that they don't have anything else to build before we do this. That's right. I need to cancel my P.O. box. I totally forgot. There's no point in keeping it. As I predicted, like, people were always like, hey, do you have a P.O. box that we can send stuff to? The answer was always no, because I never saw the point in it. So I finally got one after all these years. And I've gotten, the entire time I've had it, like 2 pieces of junk mail. So I've paid for 6 months of a P.O. box. Granted, it's only like, I don't know, it's not a lot. It's like $70 a year, so it's like $15, $16 every 3 months. But there's no point in paying for it. Nothing ever gets put in it. Which is fine. I never expected anybody to send me things. I just thought it was funny. People were just like, yeah, get a P.O. box. You need a P.O. box. Nothing. Alright, so we need to bring this back down. So we're going to have to lose a couple of our trees that we just planted, unfortunately. Get rid of those, and we may as well get rid of that one because we're not going to be able to get back there anyway. And then I want to make that priority. Yeah. And I made that priority because I want to get these stairs in place really quick because I can't really build up because it was in the red too much. Actually, I've messed this up. Hold on. Because that needs to go there. Yeah, I have messed this up. So I don't need these two. I guess we can have trees there. Just kidding. Put your trees back. We need to get rid of trees here. Now that needs to be my priority. It's going to have to come down and around. I don't know that it needs to be 3 back, though. I think, maybe just 1? No, because the stairs have to go there. So never mind. Yeah, it does need that one. It's like, will you make up your mind, Brandon? No. No, I won't. So put the stairs there, put a platform there, run a path across it, and then connect the path there. And now once they get this built, what we're going to see happen is this red line is going to get a lot brighter yellow, if not green. Because now there's a more direct path. Instead of them having to go up here, up and around, and back and then around this way, they're going to be a much shorter path. That's going to take a few minutes. But we're going to wait for it to happen because I think it's important to see. They still haven't finished clearing that out yet. That's peculiar. Oh, they can't reach there. That's a good reason. Well, let's help them reach there then by building a road. So I'm going to leave this up because once they clear out those bushes, we're going to go back to building that. Though there's not a whole lot of planks, so we can plant some trees. So we will plant a few more trees, and then, yep, that's as far as he can reach. This woodcutter can reach all of that, so kind of sad that we can't get more trees over there. We need to put that in our area that we are cutting trees down. There we go. And boy, they're not really making a whole lot of progress on these platforms. It's because the planks aren't getting built very fast. Hey, Zach, what is up, my dude? How's it going, man? Hey, if you've messaged me on Instagram lately, I'm sorry if I haven't responded, because I uninstalled it out of anger because every time I open it, it just says couldn't refresh feed. So I'm like, screw you, bye, get off my phone. And I haven't reinstalled it yet. I don't know what's up with it. It's done this 2 or 3 times now that like I'll open it and it's just like, can't refresh feed. Log out, log back in, couldn't refresh feed. Yeah, we need to build a second one of these duders. One of these duders. That is the very technical name for a lumber mill. There we go. The only PC gaming you do is on a laptop, not meant for gaming. Man, I actually got to use my laptop for gaming the other day. So while I was in between upgrading my PC, so my desktop was torn apart, and I hadn't built the new one yet, and I needed to do daily objectives on GTA, and handled it like a champ. But it's a gaming laptop, so I'm not saying consoles are bad, but PC gaming is just a whole different experience. I wish I'd get this done so I can demonstrate my point. Because you can see the farther it goes this way, because it's still relying off of this connection and going up and around, the redder it gets. And eventually the red line just stops. And if you build a building past that, it won't be connected to your district and they can't use it. There. So they've got that in for the stairs and the line's really green. So as soon as I get this platform built, this is going to get a lot brighter. Which, any second now. Oh my god, it's 4 planks and 2 logs. Come on, guys. Let's go. Oh, I thought that was it. I thought when he climbed up there he was putting it together, but nope, he's just dropping off parts. There it is. See, instantly that went from red to now it's greenish yellowish, so I can easily get another level up on top of this, which we are going to do soonish, because we've got room for 48 beavers. We have 39. Once we get closer to that 48, we will want to expand again. So this woodcutter can get all of this area. So how's Miss Lexi? Big. Ooh, another child incoming. She's gotten so big, man. She's gonna be a year old pretty soon. March something. I can't remember exactly when. But yeah, she's a big girl. Still sweet and cuddly and just a little puppy cat. She follows me everywhere. Like, everywhere. Why are you saying that's full? That holds... Oh, it only holds 1. I thought that held 300. Well, I didn't get her till she was 3 months old, so I've had her 9 months. But yeah, she'll be a year old. She's a big cat, man. She's so floofy. Like, all my clothes always have cat hair on them now. Always, always, always. But she follows me everywhere. If she has, I was telling chat earlier, if she hasn't seen me in a couple hours, and she hears me come out of my room, she just comes running like full speed ahead, and she meows at me like, "Hi, I've missed you," and it's just so adorable. We're gonna go ahead and put in these power wheels that are Beaver powered. Just as backup. This puts out almost enough power to power both these dudes. So we'll be over, but I could go get her if you really want me to. She got a new collar. She got her big girl collar yesterday because her kitten collar wasn't choking her, but general rule of thumb is you want to be able to like put 2 fingers under their collar, and if you can't, it's too small. And it had gotten to that point, so I ordered her a new one. And it came in yesterday. It looks just like her old one, because I like the old one. But if you want, I'll go get her. Just tell me. I'll go find her. I mean, she's in one of 3 places. That's just where she always is. And we're making pretty quick progress here. I do want to build up here. What is that? A dog. I would like to have a dog again. I love my cat, but this next looks like a big girl. She's getting better about when I tell her come here that she actually will. I'm gonna go ahead and go across, even though we're nowhere near ready to expand out that direction yet. Oh, we're getting close. Your dog's 12 today. Oh, man. You want to see her? All right, let me throw up BR back screen. I'm going to put this in slower time here, and I'll be right back. I'll go find her. She doesn't like the light. She does not like that light. Look how big she is, though. Like, when I first got her, she, like, fit in my hand. And now, just look at the size of this cat. She's huge. It's just massive. She just woke up, so she's not sure what to think. She is very floofy. Look at this tail, man. Like, it's called a bottle brush tail. Look at that. She's got it all curled up against her right now because she does. She does not like that light. She's so big. Oh, there's the spot right there. Yeah, that's it. What's her breed? I don't know. I adopted her. She's just domestic house cat. You know how it is with, the cats that were strays. But, no, she's not the tiny little kitten she was just 9 months ago, man. She's so big. But hey, Panda, Island Panda, how you doing? She's not quite awake yet. She was sound asleep when I picked her up. She was sleeping in a little cat house in my room. It's in the window because I've got a huge window in my room, and in the daytime it gets sun the whole day, and she likes to sleep in the sunbeams. But yep, she's my baby girl. Oh, what's wrong? Yeah, the forest cat. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. She does look a lot like that. Her size is so big, and I can't think of the name, but she's big. I mean, she's a huge cat. That's a lot of cat. She's like, will you stop? She likes to be held like a baby still, though. This is how she prefers to be held. She's my girl. Like, she likes my family, she'll talk to my mom and my dad. But she's my baby, and you can tell. She's probably, I'd guess probably close to 10. She's not chubby. I know she kind of looks like it, but it's just all fur. She's actually pretty lean. She's just covered in floof. She's a big ball of floof. She's like, I want to play on the desk. She loves to get behind the monitor and chew on the wires. So, you want to sit by the chat before we go? Yeah, you said she thinks she's a calico. I don't know. Awful lot of gray for a calico. Sit by the chat. She's like, I don't want to look at that light. Hates that light so much. Fine, sit by the chat. Look. Get over here. Like what? Right there. Here, look, laser pointer. Found your laser pointer. There we go. That'll get her looking over there. All right. I will be right back. Gonna go drop her off because I can't leave her in here unattended, and I won't be able to keep an eye on her while I'm streaming. Yeah, she's a daddy's girl. Very much so. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, she follows me everywhere I go. Absolutely everywhere. And if I'm asleep, she'll sit there and put her paw under the door and rattle the door because she wants in with me, but I can't let her in there because then she likes to, you know, bite my feet and jump on my head and all that stuff while I'm trying to sleep, so I can't let her be in there when I sleep. Just doesn't work out for my sleep schedule. But I do adore her. She's something else, man. It's really funny because, like, I went there thinking I was going to get another short hair male cat and came home with a long hair female cat. We've got a bunch of unemployed beavers, so let's get another inventor in. Let's also, because we keep running really low on water during droughts. I think once she gets older, she'll probably be chill to sleep in the room with me, but not yet. She's not there yet. Which is fine. I mean, she's still a kid. You know, she's good friends with the dog. My mom has a Cocker Spaniel, and they are absolutely buddies. They get along fantastically. The cat will initiate a game of tag with the dog. The dog will sometimes initiate it, but it's pretty cool to see them just getting along really well. Should go ahead and spam down a couple more of those. Just want to get more water going here. We've got a lot of science, so I need to think about where I want to go next. And for food, because I don't have a lot of land that isn't covered by water, we need to save most of that land for trees. Because trees don't grow in water. I think somewhere there's like dead ones on the map that were growing in the water. Maybe not. Maybe it's a different map I'm thinking of. But anyways, trust me, the trees will die in the water. They get waterlogged. So I want to maximize my land pretty much for just the few crops that need to be on land and trees. But there are aquatic farmhouses that let you grow a couple aquatic based plants. And I want to get some of these in here. So we're going to do that. I'm gonna need another row here. And we will turn them around like... Oh, they're 3 wide. I thought they were 2 wide. Okay. It's fine. Let's build this up. Oops. And what do you mean you can't go there? Why not? Oh, because I built the tall one, not the short one. I'm dumb. At that angle, they looked the same height. There we go. Got it. Wrong one. And then cool. So then we will just run a path out here. That's not going to connect those though. He's like, hey, no recipe is selected. You're making grilled potatoes, just like your friends next door. Oh man, I have the hiccups. We're going to put that there. And then we are going to run a set of stairs down there. Put a path in. Put a path in. And then once those get built, we will have them start farming what's called spider dock. I don't really know what that actually really is. But they grill it as well. So we'll need some more grills as well. Which, let's see. Kind of like to make my paths connect. As I plan them out, it just kind of makes it easier for me to kind of see where I'm going to build next. You don't have to do it that way. It just makes it easier for me. So we'll put in a couple of grills here for now. We will need more eventually, but that'll be enough to get us started. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and build a couple more grills because I already know that otherwise it will fill up storage. And I don't want that to happen. There we go. And we'll do something with that spot. I don't know what yet. Speaking of storage, it is all full. So we've got to figure out how we're going to bring stairs up for another level now. I think what we'll do is get rid of this row of trees. I hate getting rid of trees.
Oh shit, nothing about that though.
You're on a roll at 27 gifted subs now on the channel. From Bush going out to Island Panda. Enjoy the gift sub and the emotes and the ad-free viewing. Courtesy MQ Bush. And also, I keep forgetting to do this. Why didn't that work? Okay, my commands aren't working, and I just had to agree to my own. Why aren't my commands working? There we go, sub pipe. I don't know why my commands aren't working on my Stream Deck. Let's investigate that. Let me turn on display so you guys can see what I'm doing. So I tried clicking that button. Oh. That's right. I haven't re-logged in to Twitch, so it can't chat as me. Okay. Top Secret Muffin, what is up? You got a gift sub earlier, my dude. You did. Or dudette, not sure. Don't mean to assume. I could get another water storage in here and here. Because there's a Brook 99 had you on the couch. No, I understand. Completely. Oops. I have been, known to completely ignore everything. In the name of watching, you know, a show. So no, I get it. I never expect anybody to show up. I'm always glad when you guys are here, but I don't expect anything. I kind of want to have a path connecting here too, just to give them multiple ways around for everything. Because right now, to get a log, they've got to come down and around, or they could just go boop that way, which is probably not the same distance, but whatever. I'm gonna do it. I'm just slowly deleting all these trees that I keep saying you gotta watch your trees. You gotta make sure you have enough trees. What am I doing? Just kill them all. There we go. All right, we've got room over here for our next level of stairs. Let's first get our platforms in. We could use some more housing too, honestly. We're kind of at that point. So if I put that there, how can I get this connected easily? I just don't want to have just a path going down through here. Actually, that's a waste of resources. Top secret muffins way better than those public muffins. I don't want your muffin waving around in public. We may redo this later, but for now, you could do this. Excuse me. Probably should have done it the other direction. I really should have done it the other direction. Oh well. It's in now. It's not like I can delete it and rebuild it. They already started dropping off resources. They haven't, so I am going to delete it and rebuild it. I don't like it. Let's go the other way. I got little Beaver. I want it to go this way. Like so. And the reason being, again, is for path length. Distance to the district center. So we've got quite a bit of building we're asking them to do. You don't have anything to do yet, and until they build these stairs, you won't be able to do it anyway. So we're just gonna throw down a chunk of spider dock. About that big. About that big. About that big. There we go. And then there you got those stairs, so they're immediately able to come down here and start planting it. It's an aquatic thing that floats on the top of the water, except I guess it has a minimum height. I don't really know how that's going up like that. We're not going to question it. We're just going to accept that beavers are magic and can do such things, I guess. Alright, so we're ready for some more storage. Which, hopefully soon we can stop using these smaller houses. We've got a bunch of research points, so let's get a gear shop, workshop unlocked. And, what else do we want to unlock? Probably go ahead and start unlocking our water management resources here so that we can, oops, that one costs 500, we got 326, so that we can start being ready for a drought. Because if I put a floodgate there, and then a levee there, and levees are a floodgate here, and then back here, back here, back here, and back here, I can keep all my water in. That's a lot of work, though. And we're really far away from that. Right now, I just want to get our little district just boosted a little bit more. We're still not storing a whole lot of water. We've got 180 water for 50 beavers. That's just a little over 3 water resources for each beaver per day. So in a drought, man, welcome back, Lyndon. In a drought, I don't know if that's going to be enough water. With the water pumps running, we're up to 200. So that's 4. I don't know how much water they consume per day. I genuinely don't know. I've never, like, done the math. I'm sure I could look it up in the wiki. Why would I do a thing like that? We have a lot of unemployed beavers, so I don't really need to build any more housing at the moment. Whoops. So did I mark these trees for cutting? I did not. Get that taken care of. Because we want to make sure we are cutting down all the trees we have planted. Got tongue-tied. That doesn't need to be a thing, though. Oh, we've got some back here that we're not cutting. There we go. I don't know if they can reach up there. Where are my 2 woodcutters? He can reach right in that corner. He can reach right there. So there's really... Mighty Wolf, how are you? What is going on? So, let's start thinking about water management. Because we're at a good place where they'll just kind of run self-sufficient for a while. I'd like to let them get some planks built up first, though. Because all of the resources, or all of the buildings that we're going to build for water management all use a lot of planks. Like a lot. Speaking of a lot, there's a lot of trees that are not getting cut down. Could we use maybe another lumberjack? Or is it just that this is full? Well, then you know what? We can solve that problem. That's an easy problem to solve. Let's put it in the log pile. Honestly, you don't need but 1 log pile. Why can't you go there? Oh, I thought those were stumps, not... Does Micro Center have good prices for parts? Sometimes. Sometimes yes, sometimes no. We tend to be competitive with Newegg for the most part. And Newegg sometimes has the best, sometimes doesn't. If you have a Micro Center near you, though, the advantage of Micro Center is you can go in there and be like, this is my budget, and I've never built a computer before. Can you help guide me? And they will. And they know what they're talking about. Like, there are people that work in the PC component departments. They know what they're talking about. And so that's kind of the value of Micro Centers. So if you have one near you, I would definitely hit them up. You can even, if you know what you want, you can order it online and have it all ready for same-day pickup in their store. And if you're not confident in your own building skills, you can pick out all your parts, and then for a fee, they'll build it for you. Our nearest Micro Center is 4 hours away. Man, I wish there was one in Little Rock. I really wish there was one in Little Rock. Teen, what is going on, my dude? Micro Center is like nerd heaven. It really, really is. It's just... they've got so much cool stuff that so few stores really carry in bulk anymore. I'm gonna get one more sciencey dude in. Just cram him in right here. Just a little pissed at school class scheduling bullshit. What'd they do? What are they doing? Alright, you are gonna be grilled spatterdock. What is spatterdock? Okay, Google. What is spatterdock? It's a yellow water lily. Yeah, I guess these do get little yellow blossoms on it when they're ripe or ready for picking. I didn't realize it was edible. It is slow going with building right now. Excuse me. I hated school. I hated college. I hated high school. I hated middle school. I hated elementary school. And it's not like I didn't get bullied. I didn't have any like problems. I was just bored. Like it didn't. I could learn more from just picking up a book and reading it than I ever did actually in school. Alright, I need to make this a priority because they are not cutting down trees fast enough. So we'll just highlight that and say, hey, come do this thing, please. Same for those two, so I remember to put the path in. Of course I did it right before nighttime and they're all going to bed. Actually, before they go to bed, they're going to go over here and be like, hey, Beaver. And then this other one's like, hey, Beaver. I'm going to go make some baby beavers. Man, they didn't even stay for my bit. They just all went to bed. Actually, they can't make any baby beavers because there's no room for the baby beavers. They will not breed if there's not space and housing. And since I have 14 unemployed beavers, there's really no point in having them make any baby beavers. Your school doesn't have any computer science, like no programming at all? Seriously? That's kind of not cool. There's nobody to pick. Man, that sucks. Because, like, that's the future, man. Like, the STEM fields are where the money is for your generation. And programming, everything runs on software now. Dude, my freaking light bulbs have a program running them. You know, it's everything has software. Cars, washing machines, microwave, everything has code running on it. Takes a special type of person to be an educator. It really does. Told them to hurry up because I'm going to get this path in before other trees start just growing in there. That will happen. I just can't believe they don't have programming at your school. I assume that was like a kindergarten offered class anymore, because it just seems like, yeah, I mean, you're as a STEM ed, yeah, absolutely. You could change people's lives, like, no joke. Yeah, the software's like eating on the computers. Really? So they've even like licensed. Is it just because they just don't have somebody who can teach it? Is that the problem? They just don't have someone that knows it? That just blows my mind, man. I'm gonna relocate our friend over here. This guy. I love how fast they go. At fast speed, they're zoom. Just gone. Oh wow, that's even more bizarre. So then I'm gonna get rid of that one. And I'm just gonna go ahead and tell them to get rid of that tree because I want to see about connecting our paths up here. Here I want to do this. This. Yeah. I think this will work. We'll go up, go to a landing, and then go up. Yeah. Again, just trying to make the shortest distance. Is it true that American students in general suck at math? I was fantastic at math. Math and physics, man, those are my things. I should have gone into an engineering field. I loved it so much, and I don't know. There's that whole you wish you could go back and talk to your past self. Oh my god, I would thump that guy upside the head. I would smack him around. Like, what's wrong with you? You like this math stuff. Go do math stuff. Be a programmer. There we go. That'll give them a second. Oh, I even liked calculus, dude. Calculus, trig, college algebra. Ah, I loved every bit of it. I liked biology, but like the hands-on stuff that we did, you know, dissection and stuff like that was kind of cool. But I'm really bad at like memorizing something just as a concept. You know, I need, like, that's why I was really good at maths and physics, is because it's right there on paper. You are manipulating the numbers. And I don't know. It was just hard for me to like memorize. It's hard for me to memorize stuff to regurgitate it. Differential equations, they're fun. I don't remember how to do any of it now. I remember a couple years back, a friend of mine's kid was having some trouble with math. He's like, "You were good with math in high school, right?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I loved it. I was great. Yeah, I'll help him." And it's just basic algebra. And I opened it up, looked at one of the equations. I'm like, "Wait a minute, I forget how to do this." I had to like read the whole chapter of the book they were on just to remind myself how to do it all. It's just, it was just not there anymore because I hadn't used it. Yeah, I loved math. It was stuff like literature and... I mean, I love books, don't get me wrong. But English and grammar and literature and all that, I was just like, ugh. I liked history a lot if I had a good history teacher. And that's kind of the rough point with a lot of history teachers, is they're just kind of like, on this day, this thing happened. Remember that for the test. I am of the opinion that history is a story that needs to be told, not a series of dates and places that need to be memorized. You know, my college history teacher was amazing because, yeah, sure, he taught us the dates and the places, but he told us about the people and their motivations and the political climates and the social and the socioeconomic impacts of what was going on. You know, the whys and the reason behind everything from history. Instead of just, you know, a bunch of otherwise meaningless dates and places. And I would sit there like, In high school, our history teacher was just like, this event happened on this day. This was the outcome. And then move on to the next fact. And it was just boring, and I would zone out. But in college, man, it was like, wait, the class is over already? Because the dude was just so good at just telling the human story of history. And I read a lot of history books, like a lot of history books, but they're really good at telling the story, the whole story, not just the facts of the story. And I wasn't going to get into this tonight, but I think it's important that people understand the why of history. Gosh, 100 years ago now, we started into a series of world wars. World War I, then World War II, and the people who lived through that did some pretty amazing stuff. And for a while, it really looked like the world was, becoming a better place, a happier place, a place where people could coexist and have their differences, sure, but be able to celebrate those differences and not have a difference be something that separates you from your fellow man. And also, maybe don't be a complete absolute dickhead and invade a sovereign nation. We learned those lessons, but over time, I've forgotten them. And look at our political climate right now. It is... I was brought to tears yesterday when I read the Texas Attorney General's directive on the whole thing with transgender teenagers and children. That anyone who assists a teenager in any type of hormone therapy, anything, is guilty of child abuse now under Texas state law and will be prosecuted as such. Parents, doctors, if teachers fail to report it, they will be held responsible. And it breaks my heart, because I know I don't pretend to understand what a transgender person goes through. I can't, it's not possible for me to understand it. I've been fortunate in my life that I've been exposed to transgender people, and there was this one, her name was Cheryl, and I'm like, there's a lot about being transgender I just don't understand. Can I ask questions? And she was like, absolutely. And that helped, just being able to be like, I want to try to wrap my head around this, because I can't, I just don't understand. I'm ignorant of the topic. And she helped me greatly. And, you know, some of the lessons that we've learned and now forgotten in history is that tolerance of the other. You know, World War II was fought, you know, in large part because of, granted, we found out as it was going on, but, you know, part of Hitler's big push was to eradicate the Jews, to eliminate the other, to keep the white race pure. And this shit's happening again. You know, the other now, the transgender, the gay kids. I read a story just today that in dozens of cities across the country, people are overnight leaving leaflets inside of Ziploc bags weighted down by pebbles in people's driveways, talking about how COVID is part of the Jewish agenda and how Jews are evil and must be eradicated and all this stuff. I'm like, how are we here again? How? How is this fucking possible? And it boggles my mind. And we're once again to this point where if you have a political ideological difference, you are the enemy. There is no room for compromise, for discussion anymore. It's just about obstructing the other side, not working to get anything done. And that's not just in American politics, that's happening everywhere. And that's so destructive and so messed up. Yeah, I mean, you know, I think if Hitler hadn't been stopped, yeah, he would have definitely eventually tried to move right on over into America and eliminate all the Jews here, too. And probably all the people of color. Why can't people just get along and play video games? I know. But that's why I think it's important for history to be taught not as just the facts and just the dates and places and names, but the whys and the whats. What caused this to happen? You know, what was going on in the world? What were the mindsets? And it just... And as someone who loves history, you know, it just becomes more and more difficult for me to look around and be like, how are our world leaders not cognizant of the fact that they are repeating not just this last generation's mistakes, but the generation before that, the generation before that, the generation before that. I mean, it's been going on since time immemorial. People are just stupid fuckheads, it seems like, that we refuse to learn these lessons. And I just... Music changes really help with the mood speech phrase going on. I know, right? This game has really good music. I don't know. Blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin, like albino. Yeah, I know. He was... I know. Hey. At the heart of every racist fuckhead, you will find hypocrisy. We're gonna start giving these guys some decorations because it helps them with their happiness. Unconnected buildings. Oh yeah, I never finished this path back here. I don't know. I wasn't gonna get into it. I really just I have a few friends in Ukraine, and I've not been able to reach them all day. So I'm worried. You know, one of the games that we all played, a lot of us here on Vainglorious Gaming, Ashton here, there are a few people that are loosely connected to the studio in Ukraine. You know, and it's just... Some Russians are. Some have bought his propaganda. Some haven't. You know, I don't blame the Russian people. I just want to be clear about that. I'm not faulting them for what's happening. It's the leaders, and it's the we have the action against transgender children and teenagers in Texas happening because that plays well to the conservative base. Not all conservatives. Again, I'm not painting with a broad brush here and saying all conservatives are transphobic idiots. A lot are, but not all of them. But people who want to get reelected, so they keep getting big kickbacks from corporations and their different special interest groups, they're going to say and do things that play to that base. And unfortunately, right now, the conservative minority base, but the most active part of that base, are the racist, homophobic, transphobic fuckheads. And if the F word offends you, I'm sorry, but there's no other accurate way to describe them. It's I just don't get it. And I say that as someone. I used to be a very conservative, very close-minded person. Fundamentalist, Bible-thumping Christian. And this isn't a rant against religion whatsoever. But for me personally, I walked away from religion because I realized that religion is what fuels so much of the atrocities that happen in the world. People... When you believe in an absolute right and wrong, you have to start drawing lines. And that's what religion often is, are these absolutes, no gray areas, no room for questions, no room for doubt. That's been my personal experience. And, I used to go march in the Right to Life parades and shout horrible things at women going into abortion clinics. And I wish there was a way for me to track down those women today and apologize, because it was horrible of me to do. And I've realized that, I had to kind of get myself out of that echo chamber to realize that what I was doing was nothing Christ-like at all. Quite the opposite. I wasn't loving my neighbor. I hated my neighbors. All of them. Anybody who didn't think exactly like me, they were wrong, going to hell, and they were going to take the whole country to hell with them. And I felt I had a divine mandate to be right. And it was just, when you start thinking along those lines, you start drawing lines. And it becomes dangerous. And then the political leaders start playing to that. And we wind up now with parents possibly going to prison because, one day their son John came home and said, "You know what, I really think I'm Sally." Which I fully support it. Again, I don't quite get it. I don't know that I ever will be able to really understand that fully, but I sure as hell support it. Be who you are. And I was also, oh my gosh, I was very, very anti-gay in high school and college. The irony, of course, I'm now out as a gay man. And you were talking, Island Panda, they're scared of themselves. And that was a big part of it. I recognized this thing in myself that, my religious teaching said was horrible and evil. And the only way I could really deal with it was to try to eradicate it everywhere and everything and speak out against it. Because, again, my eyes hadn't been opened yet. There was no option for accepting it, for being who I was. I don't know. It is... a messed up world, and a big reason it's messed up is because we forget the lessons of history. And it seems like about every 100, 150 years we do this. Just decide that we're gonna ostracize anyone that's different, and kill each other across the world. And I have become quite the pacifist. I mean, yeah, there's violence in video games and all that, but they're games. It's not real. And I can make that distinction. My brain is able to, hold the competing thought, and realize this isn't reality, and the things that happen in video games should never be reality. Unless, of course, it's, this game that we're playing right now, which happens to be, hold on, let me find one of these things. I don't know if I've ever really explained the premise behind this game. There's a little thing, there we go, there's one of them. This is, a post-apocalyptic, post-humanity game. The Beavers are what have survived. And that's why you're building a beaver colony. All of this is the ruins of humanity. What happened? They don't ever really say. An apocalypse of some sort. But, there's all these ruins that are around that just have a bunch of scrap metal. And there's even these mine shafts over here. Which, let me turn the camera off so you can see that. It's like buried ruins full of metal. And there's a quote here. Whatever humans were doing down there, it sure required lots of metal. Yeah, so who knows what's happened in this, to get us here. But yeah, this is a post-human world, which is why it's probably so beautiful. And these little guys, they're just doing the same thing. They're exploiting the land and the resources. They didn't learn a thing from the humans. But, actually, this faction is very eco-friendly. They plan and renew. The other faction just, consumes. I don't like playing as them because they just, their buildings are uglier and everything. But, I don't know, it just makes me wonder how many times can we keep ignoring the lessons of history before we do actually eradicate ourselves right off the planet. Because there's eventually got to be an expiration on how many times we can do this as a species. There we go. Get several different paths around just so that no one way is too long. Keep everything nice and green. Or as green as we can. Anyway, sorry, I know politics and all that on a gaming channel, but we get into adult topics here on my channel. I'm fine with it. And I'm even fine with people having different opinions than me. I think it's a good thing. I think discourse and trying to understand a different point of view, provided your point of view isn't discrimination, because there's no way to have a intelligent adult conversation with somebody who just wants to discriminate. It's impossible. If you're going to tell me that one race or one culture is bad, you're just wrong. We're all just people. I mean, there is no way for me to ever hear your side of it and understand where you're coming from. You're just wrong, and I will never be able to do it. But for other stuff, economical, geopolitical, all of it, there needs to be discourse. There needs to be a discussion from all sides. I just wish less of our politics had to do with culture and more had to do with you know, actually running the country. Are my PC specs, my Twitch page updated? I think so. I meant to update it. I meant to update it, but I don't know if I did. Let me look. I don't know if I did. I don't need to hear my own stream. Thanks. How do I go to my about page? There it is. Yes. That is completely updated. Just trying to see if I left anything out. Got a lot of new parts recently, so yeah, that is my PC. Under PC specs, it just goes on and on and on and on. It's a big, long list. There's a lot of SSDs in this computer. There's 3 M.2 SSDs, 2 2.5-inch SSDs, and then there's a mechanical hard drive in there as well. Lots of storage. But as a content creator, I need lots of storage. I want a 3080. I really, really do. But at this point, I'm just gonna wait for the. What's the next one? Ampere? No, Ampere was old. Man, I can't remember.
Got him! I got him!
Hey, Kitty Cat! What is going on? Thank you. Thank you so much for the raid. It did not do the shout out for some reason. I gotta fix that. I keep forgetting that that's a thing. They're a last playing game, Kitty Cat. Anyways, thank you for the raid. What were you playing and how was your stream? Welcome, Raiders. They're playing. I don't know why. That's exactly how it tells me on the stream element page to code that. It's like, here, do this to pull their game. You're making a 3D model. Ooh. Of. We have been. I tried so hard. Like, I really did not want to talk about what's going on in the world today. I wanted the distraction for 4 hours from it, and we got into it. Is that what it is? I need the square brackets? Probably. Yeah, you're probably right. I probably read it wrong. But we got to talking about education, and then we got to talking about history, and then how we don't learn from history, and then I got off into a political rant. But I'm done. It's out of my system. I've gotten it off my chest. We do occasionally discuss complicated adult topics here on my channel. I know a lot of streamers shy away from politics and all that. I welcome it as long as everybody remains respectful, you know, of differing opinions. It's like I mentioned a moment ago, you know, I love different opinions and I love the discourse that comes from it. Unless your different opinion is stating that someone else is inferior because of their gender, orientation, race, or, you know, or religion, you know, then you're pulling arbitrary things out, you know, then that's, I don't have room for that disagreement. But any other, you bring it on, you know, I love the different conversations and topics. I think it makes us better people to consider other points of view. You know, and it was doing that led me to a fundamental change in realizing that I was a pretty not nice person for half my life. You know, just a lot of stuff I did just wasn't cool. Not that, you know, I wasn't a criminal or anything like that, but just the way I looked at others and treated others was just not good. Yeah, that was a hard thing to face in yourself, to realize that, you know, there's something about you that's ugly. And you need to rip it out, tear it up. And it was because, you know, I became exposed to other people and other cultures and other ways of thinking that I was able to finally snap out of that nonsense. We need more of these. because I want to start building gears to start building some more advanced stuff. But we also are going to need to build some housing, because that's the only way we're going to get new baby beavers. So we're going to expand our housing once again. And yes, it matters what side the door goes on. I mean, it doesn't matter at all to the game. They don't care what side the doors go on, so the side faces the path. But for me, they have to, you know, I'm going to build these big apartment complexes, you know, get some space between you and your neighbor's door there. That way, you know, you don't bump into each other if you're both bringing the groceries in at the same time. Or if you just happen to be antisocial and don't want to have to talk to your neighbor, you know, that's a good 10 feet and you can just pretend you didn't see him. Right? It's like my neighbor that lives in the house right over there. Super nice guy, don't get me wrong. Super, super nice guy. But he loves to talk. And talk. And talk. And talk. So, like, when I go outside, I don't even, like, look that direction. Like, I immediately turn that way because the driveway's over that way. Immediately go over that way and just, like, don't even let my peripheral vision see if there's anybody over there. Because it'll be like, hey, man, how's it going? And 45 minutes later, you're finally able to pull yourself away. Again, he's a wonderful human being. But I don't always have that kind of time. You know? So yeah, you know, if I were a beaver living in this colony and my neighbor Alan lived there, you know, I would definitely want to live down here instead. Just so I can avoid those 45-minute conversations every time. No, my dad's the same way. My dad will talk somebody's ear off. And it cracks me up when they see each other outside. Neither one of them's coming back in the house for at least a good solid 2 hours. It's just not happening. They just sit there and talk each other's ears off. It's like they're made for each other. I think our beaver colony is coming along fine. We've got room for 72 beavers. We have 57 currently. We had a bunch of beavers born last night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, that wasn't. Wait. 4 last night. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 the night before that, and 1 more the night before that. So, this here campfire that makes them fertile, and it does. And it's right here. Fertility. 25%. It's working. We're getting some baby beavers. I love this little game. If you guys are looking for just a good indie game to play, that's just, you can just kind of chill out with it. It does get really challenging at times, but you can really chill with it. I highly recommend Timberborn. I have, however, been neglecting the fact that we've got a lot of science points, so we're going to unlock a bunch of stuff in bulk here. Yeah, there we go. That's all the food and most of the wood stuff. We can't really do that one yet anyway. Yeah, I need to figure out where I can put a couple more lumber mills. I guess I could just put them right back here and just hook these up to them, but I don't have that many beavers. And if I do a power or a water wheel, the water's not flowing on this side very fast. It's flowing pretty good back here, so I might be able to make use of that. Now let's try back here. Put a water wheel right there. We'll let them get it built and see how much power it's producing. And then that'll tell me how many of these I can build. Because these require 50 HP apiece. This dude's putting out 92 on its own, and then this wheel here that the beaver runs in is supplementing, actually kind of overdoing it, to be honest. So I could even I could connect this off of this axle on this water wheel and bring power in this side too, and then make this one big giant power network. So basically we have right now 142. We only need 100. 141. I know you guys can't see that. I'm sorry that my overlay is in the way. There is no perfect overlay, and I'm not going to redo my overlay based on every game I play. It's just... I'm just not going to do it. But I'm at 141. I only need 100. So I've actually got room for almost one more of these in our overhead. We'll see how much this one puts out to see how many more of these we can build. There's 7 tiles there. These are only 2 wide each, so I can fit 3 across, but then I would have to use a power shaft or something to get the rest of them connected, which is fine. We have power shafts to connect everything. The really good place on this map for power wheels is right here, because that water is moving. Like, you can get 400 out of a water wheel right there. But we're not close enough to that yet, so we just have to deal with it. I'm trying to look at this and see if I can get it to go up, but that's a bad idea because... Alright, so that's another 90. So 180, so 230 total. So this can support only 4 of these in total, which is a little disappointing. I was hoping to get more than that. We'll put that there, and then we will get this connected in. Temporarily for now, like this. But it's really cool if you connect all these buildings that produce or use power, they just become one big network. So that water wheel will wind up helping power that building and vice versa. All the way, well, the building doesn't help power. You get what I mean. It all gets bunched together. That'll get us more planks going because we've got plenty of logs. In fact, we've got so many they're not cutting down trees anymore. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm doing that on purpose so that when we do a big expansion here in a little bit, we'll have all of our resources that we need to make that happen. I think I kind of want to start coming out over here, but before I do... So we definitely got to get gears going before I can span out into wheat. But I want to get a bunch of planks made. Again, you can't see it up here, but we have 90 right now. And I want a lot because what I want to do is come in here and build a bunch of these floodgates. And each one requires 10 planks. So like right here to start our water management project, that's going to take us 70 planks right there. Of course, I can't even reach that right now because it's too far from the district at the moment, but we can do this. Put another set of stairs, bring this path over. Now if we check, well, it won't do it until they build the stairs. But once they build those 2 sets of stairs, that will now be in their buildable area. And I know that because I've played this map a couple times before. It's one of my favorite maps in the game. There's like 10 different maps, I think, that came with the game. But so everything that's outlined in this bright teal color is where I can actually, where the beavers can reach to build. There, you can see as soon as they finish those stairs. And you'll be able to see it expand again as soon as they finish these stairs. It'll just jump. There you go, right over there. And now they can reach that. So that's going to be phase 1 of our water management project. And I want to get the water management done before I start expanding anything else. Because what will happen is if I start building a really big beaver colony, we'll get to the point where we can't store enough water for the beavers to survive a drought. Whereas if I can control my water, and even during a drought have water surrounding my colony, or district is what they call it, then I can build as big as I want, because we'll always have water. And we'll not have to worry about, you know, like, this is all gross and you can't plant anything here, nothing will grow. And all the land turns to that in a drought. And you don't have to worry about all your crops and trees dying during a drought if you properly manage the water. So that's going to be phase 1. Phase 2 will be right here. Where we're going to build tall ones. And we're just going to kind of go right in that corner, and then we're going to bring path right over here, and they should, yeah, they could reach that whole corner. And what that's going to do is going to stop our water from escaping that way. I do it as a floodgate instead of a levee. I don't want to waste a lot of resources having to build like scaffolding to get the levees built up high enough yet. I'll do it back here. But here, eventually I do want to be able to open and close this, because eventually I do want to expand out this direction. Normally I expand this direction, but I kind of want to change it up and go over here for once. It's just going to be really hard to get to because these are such narrow little islands that I'm not really sure how to get a district over there. Because by going this direction, trading resources back and forth between the districts is real easy, because you can put their drop-off and pickup points basically right next to each other. And so there's like no time at all. If they're really far apart, then it takes them forever to get resources back and forth to each other. What game are we playing tomorrow? I don't know. Normally I play Astroneer on Friday nights, but as much as I love Astroneer, I kind of need a break. I just really need a break from Astroneer. And longtime Vainglorious gaming fans just spit their drink everywhere. What? He needs a break from Astroneer? How many hours do I have in Astroneer? 2,124. You know, just a few. I need a break. So I don't know. It might be Astroneer. It might be something else. I love the water physics in this game. You can see as they built this is now flowing super fast, and this side's flowing even faster now. And once they get it all the way across, it'll go back to the way it was. And once it gets up and over that, because I have it set to 1.5 meters, which right now it looks like it's right almost to it. Because it has to overtop this bit right here. Kind of hard to see because it's dark, I know. Yeah, I don't know what game we're playing tomorrow. I know we're playing on Saturday afternoon. Same thing we play every Saturday afternoon. So I do a Saturday afternoon stream on YouTube, basically to remind my YouTube audience that, hey, I stream on Twitch. But I do have a YouTube channel as well. None of my commands are working right now. Or my buttons for the commands aren't, you know, kind of lazy. There we go. I do have a YouTube channel for those of you who haven't subscribed over there yet. Love to have you there. Right now we're featuring some City Skylines in addition to my GTA Online stuff that I do over there. Oh. Good job, bot. Good job. And it's taking them long. Oh, I don't have any builders. I've only got 2 builders. Let's get 2 more. Because that can support up to 4. And then I could build a builder's hut, but I don't know if it's unlocked yet. It's not. Let's unlock it. And that can get me 4 more builders per hut that I have. And that would be a good thing to put up here in this land that can't really be used for anything else. It's just dry and dead. However, since there are some trees up here, this guy can plant up here. So I'm going to, even though we're doing fine on, we have a drought incoming, that's what that noise was. Even though we're doing fine on lumber right now, I'd like to go ahead and expand out what we're doing. So I'm going to have him plant everywhere that can support a tree. Some of these places can't. There we go. And then I can just build stuff the rest of the space. Which, yeah, I'm gonna start once I get this cleared with some builders' huts. So there, you can see how much faster this water is just churning through here now, because it's just getting narrower and narrower. So you could even do like that for your power. Like if I really, really wanted to get these spinning super fast, I could block off a lot of this and then just channel it down into a really narrow 2-tile wide channel, and the water will just zoom through there, and these guys put out hundreds of HP. Why are you not built yet? This side is too far away for Beavers. Really? They can't just like walk right there and build? Usually they can build at an angle. I don't get why they can't. Maybe that's blocking them. It's really weird, but we need to get that done so that our power is being shared, because right now we don't have enough power. These are only working at like 66% efficiency, whereas that one's at 100% efficiency. And we're gonna need a lot of planks to get this all done. So that's gonna be the name of the game for about the next hour, is just water management. Just get an early handle on it. They're getting there, though. We get this set of gates built. We've got a drought coming, but I think we'll be all right. We've got 70 beavers. We've got 360, 70 water. Not ideal, but I think we'll make it. Because the droughts are pretty short this early on in the game. It's not until later that they start spanning out, like a week long. They're usually just a day or two early in the game. Yeah, they got it built. So now everything is working fine. We've got about 30 extra horsepower left over. Get rid of that. We don't need it anymore. They are moving right along on these. That has every... Oh, never mind. They just built it. That one still needs quite a bit. It needs 10 more planks and 18 more logs. Look how fast that water's shooting through there now. Oof. Now, for a while, we won't get any water coming through here at all. It'll come around this way and out that way. You can see that this is even faster than it was before we started building all this. But then once I build my levee over here and get this blocked off, then it will resume coming through here. It'll just build up behind this higher or deeper, and then overtop it and go right over. Water physics are very well done in this game. And you can make your own custom maps. Like, you just start with just a big flat area, you build your hills, put water in. It's really cool. We played with it a few weeks ago just to see what it was like. I didn't build anything worthwhile, but it definitely is something I would like to explore again. Just kind of building a map to then later go in and play. Alright, cool. They've got this set done. Now, what's really cool is the water here will evaporate slower than the water here for some reason. I don't really know why it does that, but because I've now retained this water here, it evaporates slower. Granted, we've only got a 1.3 day drought, And that's almost a meter deep. Actually, no, that's 2 meters deep, isn't it? No, it's just a meter deep. Each block, so that's 1 meter there, that's 2 meters there. So that's just about, what, 0.8? Yeah, 0.8's not going to evaporate in a day and a half. Usually not, anyway. But the cool thing is, they're now working on this over here. So then let's think about where I want my levee to go. How far back can they reach currently? Right there. What if I build a path back? How far can they reach then? Oh, really far. Holy cow. Okay. I want to go for like my narrowest spot, which looks like that's going to be right there. That way it just uses less resources. So yeah, let's build it even with this dude right here. And I'm just going to use, these are levees instead of gates. I don't need to control the water. I basically will have this as my in, and then we'll have an out over here somewhere. And everything else will be levees to just hold it back. So I will build them a path like that. And I like building these just like one extra up. And because I know that some beaver will come along and build this one from this side and then get stuck out here, I'm going to pause this one. Or they'll build the whole thing and then not be able to come back and get that one because it's blocked. Sometimes they're not the smartest beavers. You know, and I'm just going to go ahead and raise that to the max. And again, I'm not doing levees here because I would there. It's over. It drops over already. Because I will eventually want to be able to control how the water flows between these two sides. And that will be where I get to make that decision. I could do it back here and let it flow all the way around, but that seems kind of like a waste when I can just do it right here. And it'd be a lot easier. But they're doing all right. They've got plenty of wood. They've got plenty of food. We made it through that drought with 100 water remaining. So we're good on water production and storage. I just don't want to have any new beavers born. And we'll just have like the circle of life now. We'll have beavers born, they'll grow up, they'll grow old, and they'll die. And then new beavers will be born to fill in the gaps. We've only got room right now. You can see up here in the corner, we've got 70 beavers. We've only got housing for 72. We've got 25 unemployed. I could add a lot more jobs, but I guess, no, I really need these planks though. So I could start making gears, but they use the planks to make gears, and I really need these planks for these water gates. You can see it. You can see the 70. See right here, 70. You can just barely see it. It's right there, 70. Yeah. Population. Children, 1. Adults, 69. Nice. That joke's never going to get old, is it? It needs to, though. I don't know what I'm going to do with this land. It's just kind of chilling over here. We'll figure it out. But I want to get gears because gears allow me to build grist mills, which lets me grind up wheat into flour and have a bakery. Yeah, I need more builders. So let's change tax for a minute because this is taking too long. Let's prioritize tearing this stuff down here. We don't need to get rid of those though. Those are healthy trees, no reason to tear them down. I want to get some builder huts in here. Where is going to be my best placement for these without giving up a lot of land? They're 3 wide, so I can't really get them there. So what I'll do is like this. And that'll let me get 3 of them, and that will give me a dozen builders. And I've got 24 unemployed beavers. So that'll take half of my unemployed beavers, turn them into builders, and then they can help on all these building projects. So we're going to prioritize that. You can change from very low to very high and everything in between. Like that's just kind of gray. That's just normal. If I wanted to make that the last thing they did, I would come in here and say it's very low priority. And that would be the last thing they build of all the current projects that are up and running. There we go. So by default, they have 2, but they'll hold 4. So you just go in and add the other 2. And there you go. We just went from 4 to 12 builders. And now you can see a lot more beavers coming out here to work on this project instead of just the 4 that we had. And they're going to finish that probably in this day. Well, no, maybe not, because their workday just ended. Let's bump them up to 16. We're at 16 hours. Let's bump them up to 18 for just a few days. You don't want to overwork them too much, because then they'll like literally fall asleep out in the water and they'll just float on their backs. It's really cute, but then they're not working very well because they're not rested, and so they work slower. You can't leave it cranked at 18 hours. You can get away with like a week with them working 24 hours a day, but then you'll just have beavers asleep half the day, just all over your map. You can get away with 18 hours for a long time. I'm just going to raise that all the way up. And that's that. Boom. So much faster. Now you're going to come out here. This is all just logs. Doesn't require anything but logs. And you'll see now that our log piles aren't full, our log cutters are back at work. And they'll start clearing this timber. They haven't been able to because our 2 wood piles were full. We only have 360 total wood. We've already got 260. Look at that. Quadrupling our builder workforce. They get stuff done. And then as this gets blocked off, we'll see water start flowing back through here again. Right now, you can see the current. It's going that way, and it's just really slow right there. But the more they get this built, the faster it starts going. But then eventually it'll stop, and then it'll be like, oh, this is our way out, and it'll go through there. Holy crap, they're hauling ass. I need them to get this one done. And they can reach that one. I don't know why they're not doing it. There they go. Yeah, there they go. They're good there. 10 logs. You can kind of see the percentage. There we go. That one's done. So now I can unpause this one. Hope that the beaver who builds it doesn't go over to this side to build it. Because then he'll be trapped and I'll have to tear it back down and rebuild it again. Which happens. It's really frustrating. It's really annoying, but it happens. I have a really bad cardboard type paper cut that I got on my finger. Gosh, earlier in the week. And now that it's like healing, it itches like everything. And I just can't stop. I can't stop messing with it. Cool. So there we go. Our levee is high enough, but I like getting it a little higher just in case. And there you go. You can see the water is now started flowing back through there, and it's just staying still over there. We're that much closer to having water management done. There we go. Yep, overworked beaver. He's just asleep in the water. That's chat. I don't know. You pronounce that name. I don't know how to pronounce that. How's he not drowning? Just laying on its side like that. It could be a she. I don't know. The genders, the beavers don't have genders in the game. Oh, another one. That one's Zukandi. The next. Well, there we go. That one woke up. So yeah, if you overwork them too much and they didn't get enough rest and they're too far away from home, they'll just pass out wherever they are. But it's kind of cute when they fall asleep in the water. Sometimes they sleep on their backs in the water. Oh, I guess that water might not be deep enough. Cool. That project is done. So now I want to come over here. And this might be a little trickier to get it. Nope, we can go this way. We can just go right here, and then build that one. And then stairs down, and then I want to build a double floodgate here. Instead of building taller triple ones for that, it's better to build the double. Just save some resources that way. And they should be able to reach all this. But just in case, I'm going to give them a couple staircases as well. There, and that should reach. Yep, that'll reach. Matter of fact, they're even coming over here on the land to build part of it. Just barely reaches. It's really red out here, but they can get it. They're going to have trouble getting this one for now, but once they get the stairs in, which I'm going to make those priority, the stairs, then they'll just be able to walk up on that little ledge. I like that they can swim or walk to their destination, and it cracks me up that they follow paths if there's a path underwater, but they actually still follow it. If that path wasn't there, they would swim more of a straight line over. And this one will stay permanently closed as well. I like having this one here because occasionally I'll forget after a drought to reopen the gates and the water will be really high back there and I need to let some of it out to not flood. So I need to let some out that way as well as out back. So we're still doing fine on logs, though we are starting to drop down. We're at 158. We've got 141 planks. Each of these takes 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's going to use the majority of planks that we have. How many are we making each day? Every 1.3 hours we make 1. So we make 4 every 1.3 hours. We're on 18-hour work days, so we make 40 a day? 50-ish? So it should be all right. Yeah, that was a smart move putting these in. Just look how quick they're getting that done compared to how slow they were on just those 7. They've already built 6 in one day. It took them like 4 days to build those 7. So definitely an improvement. My voice is just all scratchy itchy today. Another cool thing that we can do on this map and other maps, there's this stuff. It's just a barrier. It says a natural barrier blocking water can't be demolished. If you tell them to demolish it, you can see that that's partially submerged and that will fill up with water, but because it's deeper than the opening, it'll fill up with water. And then when a drought comes, stay filled up with water. Unless it's a really long drought, then it all evaporates. So we may even go ahead and send them over there to do that, because we will eventually get over to this direction. Oh my gosh, they're almost done with that. These dudes are quick. However, we're really running low on logs. I thought I built... Did I not tell them to cut these trees? Oh, I didn't. My bad. Yeah, look. You've got trees here. Please cut them down. There we go. That'll help. Are they cutting those trees? Yep. Are you able to plant there? Yes. Why is it pine then? I don't know. This is all pine and it grows slow. But it gives you double the logs. It gives you 2. There's some that take like a whole month to grow, but they give you 8 logs. And they give you chestnuts. Or is it maple tree that takes that long? It's one of the 2. Alright, cool. That project's done. We're almost done with water management. We just need to build something back here and here. And there, and then a big thing. We're going to do a big project back here. And then we'll be able to, like, do some cool stuff back here as well. Like, we can move out over to this island and this island. And that'll be about the extent of the reach of this district. We still have 14 beavers unemployed. I'm really tempted to go ahead and build out over there and start cutting these trees. And then immediately replanting them with a forester. That's a lot of trees, and if we're starting to run low on logs... Well, it seems like if the foresters would just get out there and cut more. Maybe I need a couple more foresters. Or lumberjacks. I was calling forester. Forester's the one that plants them. So if I build a lumberjack flag here, you can't reach very far down there. And I really hate to cut down more trees. If I put this dude here, he can reach all of this up here. Oops, that's not where I meant to put that. And these have to be on a path, or else it'll say that they're not connected. So we'll replant that pine tree there. And then you can't reach over here, can you? I don't think this one can. Neither one of these can reach here. That's kind of sad. I'd like to get trees planted there as well. So hopefully having one more lumberjack will help us get all of this cut down and get us some more timber. I'm just going to kind of chill on building projects for a moment. And let our timber stock get replenished a little bit. Because these guys are using logs too to turn them into planks. So how do I want to bring this over? Like, will this even connect? I mean, it'll connect, but... Oh, they can reach way out there. Okay, cool. So if I put some stairs here, and then put a path in, how far this way can they go, and that way? These paths are just temporary. It's literally just to see how far I can actually get them to go. Man, my throat's sore. They already built those stairs. Cool. So we'll have an answer to that question now. So they can reach to there. That will work. So I bet if I put a path in here, they'll be able to reach farther out and get that corner. Yep. So I want to do levees right along this line here. So in line with that path, which works out well. So, because you can build paths on top of the levees as well. So then we can get rid of that because we know we don't need it. Plus it's blocking one of our levees. And this one only needs to be just a single block tall. And it'll be fine. Just gonna build that, just kind of curious how far the district will actually reach once that's built. I don't think it'll reach all the way over here. I really don't. I'm going to predict it'll end there. Never mind, it ended there. My prediction was way off. It says, there you go. You can see the red line eventually just stops. If I tried to build some of these platforms and connect a building to this district, it would say building is unconnected from the district if I tried going from there and to the right, because the district just can't reach that far. There are ways you can kind of cheese that by getting extra paths in, but eventually you still keep hitting that same limit. But what this will be good for is I can build another set of levees here and let the water evaporate, and then that'll be a cool place to eventually put these really big underground warehouses which store a ton of goods. But these require gears, which we are not currently making. A lot of stuff that I really want to expand into requires gears. And here's why I haven't really built any more buildings that require workers. We just had a bit of a death wave. And we went from 12 unemployed beavers just to 6. 5 more can be born. We only have 3 children waiting to grow up. So then, same question. How far can you reach over here? That's perfect. We'll go across right here. Right there on that corner. Right across there. Oh, I was really hoping to get all this done before the next drought. It's not going to happen. Kind of sad. However, we will hold in a little bit of water. It'll still eventually drain out this direction, but it'll take it a while to work its way around the curve before it kind of all goes. But you can see it flows off the map there. So not a whole lot you can do about it. One time when I built on this map, I put in some levees here with the second district and then dammed off right at the edge of the map and just had water like this whole half the map, even when it was a drought. It was kind of nice. So yeah, that definitely doesn't reach. I am still going to go ahead, and even though it doesn't technically reach, I'm going to connect my paths. For reasons. And trust me, I know what I'm doing. Trust me, I'm a doctor. And we'll go here, and then we'll see how far this way we can go. Oh wow, we can go way back that way. I don't need to go that far, though. And I could. Gosh, how far back this way can they go? Wow, really, really far. I could dam off this and this and hold that water in. Actually, in a drought, no, it would go that if I left it here, it would run off, and yeah, okay, that won't work. I definitely need to dam this up. But I'd kind of like to have water flowing in here. So maybe what we'll do on this side is a combination of levees and gates. Oh crap, I didn't pay attention to where I want to put that. I think I want to do it like... I'm not sure what the best way to do this is. Just because of how... I'd like it to go all the way back there, but I don't want to waste a bunch of resources building up platforms for them to walk on. So I think I'll just run it right here. Yeah. Do levee, levee, levee. Levees all this way. And then right here. No, I don't want the short one. I want at least one more size up. then we'll do that, and then levee, just in case. Though I guess that doesn't matter because that side's that short anyway, so never mind. We don't need the double ones. But I will stick with my double gates. And then on this side, I'm just, I want to get this as far as out this way as I can. Just to maximize. Wow, they can go really, really far. They can go right to that edge, but over here they can't go very. So yeah, this is really my limit right here, where this little bit is. Why did the music just change so abruptly? There we go, and then we'll get rid of these paths. They extend beyond. Ah, my voice is really giving out on me. Sorry if I know I'm getting quieter and quieter. It's just I've had a whole lot of trouble with my voice the past few weeks. This is super exciting that we're going to get all of this. Well, see, that wouldn't have happened if these were already built. Water would have just stayed here. And you can see it's taking a lot longer for it to evaporate up on this side. It finally eventually does. But because we've got all this flood management or water management in place, it took it a lot longer than it has in previous droughts. So we get this bit done out here and we're golden. Like, we're set. I'm gonna run this path closer. That way we get a bit more distance out of it. Ooh, this goes really far too. But I really don't need to build that far out. But I mean, if I can, why wouldn't I? Holy cow, they can go really far out there. This is tempting. To literally just like build a big box around this. Let's see what we can do. I mean, oh, we're out of logs. Crap. Okay, so this is my extent, this direction. I could build a big long line here and then here. But I would still need to do something over here. Because then it would just all flow out into this and then back over that way and back out, and then what would have been the point? So if I turn this corner here, ooh, we get much farther now. Now we're talking something I can use. Yeah, let's do that right there. So back to landscaping, back to levees, and we'll do them double high. I wish there was just a double high levee. Be really handy. And then on this end, I'm not really sure how I want to handle it. There's my district. I want to keep as much of this in water as I can, but man, that's going to be a big project. Plus, there's got to be some gates in here somewhere. So is it there? Is that right? Yep. And then I can go all the way down to here. So let me put one here as well so that I know where my line is. Somewhere in this, I need to put a couple gates. I'm going to do this. Get rid of this path. And then I want it to have the least resistance as possible. So if we let it flow that way, that's kind of... I'll get rid of those and make this gates. That should work. Should. And we're going to go for the big tall ones here. And I'm going to double up. Doubling up the levee doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Because that's all only 1 meter tall anyway. Water's coming back. Now, why are they coming over here to build that and they didn't build this? Because they have planks. So they can work, they can do some work on that, but we don't have logs. Kind of ruined our our timber industry there. And that's a risk you run quite often if you're not paying attention like I just wasn't. Plus, the trees don't grow during a drought. They don't die. They'll last for like weeks without water. But they also don't mature. And so we were building heavy during that whole drought. And because of that, I now have no logs. Like, none. There's 9, basically. So that was my bad. I should have been paying more attention. And slowed down on my building. Yeah, this is gonna suck for a while now. We've got these trees here. Do we have anybody that can reach over here? Cut those? Yeah. Cool. Let's mark these 3 for cutting. I mean, that's 6 more logs. And there isn't marked. Anywhere else? I guess I could come over here. There's a bunch of trees right here. We've already got infrastructure to get over here. So let's make these our new priority. And tell them to cut all these trees. All these trees, please. Should be able to reach all that, no problem. I would assume. Yeah, they already did. They already grabbed some. So that should help to have those 2 dudes over there. Man, they're still making some pretty good headway despite the fact we don't have just a huge surplus anymore. So usually when I play on this map, I cut the water here, and then I wind up with this island constantly going in droughts, drying out, and then the same thing, like half of this island dries out. And so since I rely on these guys for timber so much, I wind up shooting myself in the foot. So this is going to be very helpful. Kind of excited about this, and I didn't realize I could even build this far back over here. And I could probably even increase that if I were to bring a path right here. I'd probably get that to come out a tile or 2 farther. We want these just to be at like 0.5, so I do still want to let water flow into here so that this stays full. And keeps this, because this is so deep, it would take one hell of a drought. I mean, this is 2 meters deep. It would take a long drought for that to all evaporate. And that's keeping all of these trees. Uh-oh. They're otters now, just sleeping in the water. I don't know when they started sleeping on their sides in the water. They used to always sleep on their backs. It was always so cute. So yeah, a lot of building still needs to happen here before we get this all done. But at least we're getting some trees cut down. And you know what? We have 4 unemployed beavers, so I'm just going to crank this up. And just get these going. These don't require any resources to build. A beaver just has to come build it, which is why they walk out here and it instantly turns into a thing, pretty much. And that way they'll get this cut down a lot quicker. I'm not going to replant it, so I'm not going to build a forester out there. We're just clear cutting it for now, hopefully giving our tree crops time to mature. But not really, like, they're cutting every mature tree there is. So hopefully this is at least supplementing. So they're going to clear that out in no time now. My only other source of trees that I haven't planted is over here or over here, and that's going to require a lot of logs to build to get over there, and then that kind of defeats the purpose. I keep getting like these weird little artifacts where it looks like there's a stuck pixel on my screen, but then I move and it was just a weird thing in the game. Excuse me. I may have to wrap up soon. I'm really struggling to be able to talk right now. I don't know how much you can hear that, but this is a struggle. And water's not bringing me a whole lot of relief. I sound like, oh, we missed one. Crap. I can't reach it because they blocked themselves out from it. And water will seep through a corner like that. That's disappointing. We gotta demolish that one and let them finish this one. Make that high priority. They should hustle over here. They've already dropped off all the logs for it. So yeah, it's just a matter of having one of the beavers come out and finish stitching them all together, which I thought that one was going to do it. That one did it. Now we can put this one back and we'll make this our new high priority. That was a waste of a dozen logs, but it happens. Oh, somebody else fell asleep. There we go. So now we're holding water back here. So we get that one in, and this big long run here. I really wish it would have just like let me get these two more tiles. It's kind of silly that I have to turn the corner, but that's the extent of their reach that they can build. Nothing I can do about it. Because extending the path out at this point won't do me any good. Because it only goes so far past the red line before it's just like, nope, you can't build there anymore. Dude, it's work. Javnoka. Man, their names. It's like, where did they get these names for this game? I really want to know, because they're out there. I don't know where this game was developed. Like, what country? Really excited about how quickly, though. I mean, we've only been working on this, what, 45 minutes for the water management? And that's kind of the cool thing about this game is like, at first it's like, oh, you plant trees and crops and pump water. But then there's water management, and then eventually under landscaping, there's dynamite. So like, I could level this part here that's too high and make that all fertile. I can eliminate that mountain completely and make it all one big flat buildable area. It's just, or if I wanted to make the water flow faster through just a really narrow area, I could blast a really narrow but deep channel so that the water funnels into that and goes a lot quicker. But we're doing good on food, we're doing good on water, it's just logs. And a big part of our logs is these guys. They take 4 logs every hour out of our inventory. So our construction project is fighting with our resource production for logs. I really want to get this finished before I wrap up the stream, but man. It's starting to become almost painful to talk. I just realized something. I need to pause that one, or they might build that first, then not be able to build that corner. And for some reason, just the water physics of the game, it'll see that corner and sometimes hold the water back, and sometimes not. Sometimes it'll like there's almost like a gap there, and the game can't decide if it wants to hold the water back or if that's a big enough gap for the water to go through. It's really strange. But all we had to do was get that one done, and now we're safe to unpause that one. And they should be fine, provided nobody swims back here to try to build. Usually they stay on the right side of it, but occasionally somebody will be like, oh, I want to build from the back side, and then they get trapped out there. And it never fails, they're on like the last one when they do that, and they trap themselves out there. And then you get a little warning down here, a beaver is stranded. And you're like, well, if you hadn't been a dumbass, you wouldn't be stranded. This gives us a really good way over to here to cut these trees. Can I get a path in here? I can't. That's an idea. So we do that, then just put stairway down, and then just sadly demolish some trees. I know it seems counterintuitive to demolish trees to go get trees, but yep. Now they should be able to reach over there, yeah. It's starting to get pretty red, but yeah, they can reach it. So if I build my lumberjack flags here, yeah, they can get down there. I'm gonna build 2 of those. I'm gonna cut these trees. And this may be somewhere later on down the road that we can actually do some forestry in and make use of this land, and then that would help us to bridge this gap to get over here to build a new district. So like I said, I always go out this way, and I kind of want to explore something different. I'll still have to build a small district just to finally have control over my water, or just completely dam that up. But this district can't reach what I'm on. You can see it's red. I can't get all the way across here to dam that up properly. It just won't reach. I am going to delete these, and I think nope, they have to be marked. Okay, there we go. Instantly, look how quick they clear cut this forest. It will grow back on its own, even without a forester. It just happens a lot more slowly. These poor little guys are like, hey, I don't have anything to do, my dude. Sure you do, you just don't realize it because I didn't mark all the trees. There you go. They're like, yay, we have something to do. And if I put a ladder over here, they can even get those pine trees, but I'm just gonna let these guys worry about it. Back to my this ladder these stairs high priority. Just needs a single log and it's done. And then they'll be able to come down here and cut all these, and these all have 2 logs versus the single log that's in these. But they're almost done. I mean, despite the fact we've been running really low on timber, they're almost done. Wonder how many days it is till our next drought. So this is on 1.5 meters, so it will back up 1.5 meters for it. So it has to all flow out that way and flood up to 1.5 meters to come in here, which is good. These are closed all the way up. No, they're at 1.5 meters. I want them all the way up. These are all the way up, and then that's just levee. That's on 1.5 meters because I wouldn't mind if water goes down into here and keeps this area hydrated. Oh my gosh. They're down to just the gates, but each of these need 30 logs. We only have 25. So 120 logs that we're going to have to get. But at least they're cutting from over here now. If they cut, what, 60 of these trees? Which is, I don't think there's 60 trees right there. That would be all that we need. But our trees are growing in too. So hopefully, oh, there's one. So now we just need 90 logs. And not even that many because that one already has 21. That one has 21. That one doesn't have any. So we want these over here at, let's go half a meter here as well. And I like that you can synchronize them or not synchronize them. Let me, you can see what I'm doing here with the slider. You can change how high it goes. And so you can do them individually, gate by gate, or you can just synchronize any that are connected to it. And they'll all just follow that same height. There we go. 2 more, and our water project's done. Like, that'll be all the water management we need to do for this district. And that's a huge, look at the amount of water we're going to retain. All of this, all of this, all of this, and all of this. And of course, all of this in here. That all we'll have to do when a drought comes is raise that gate up so the water stays in. And that's it. That's all it'll take is raise those 4 gates all the way up. Because it, as soon as a drought comes, instantly drops to just a meter in depth. These are set in the 1.5 meters, which is why they're at a 1.5 meters. And so we won't lose, water won't flow out of our district, and as it evaporates on this side, we'll still be holding water back on that side. And we now have this area that will permanently hold water. So there it is, it's done. Now, so what happens since we've got all these gates and everything if, let's say, I forget to open this end? Oops, I raised it up and then dropped it back down. So let's say I, after a drought, forgot to reopen this end. Well, what would happen is you could see the water level climbing and climbing and climbing and climbing. These gates, wait, these gates are still open, so I gotta close these two just to truly demonstrate it. There we go. You can see the water's climbing and climbing. It may flood our district. It might spill over here. If I can get away with it not flooding the district, I'll keep it this deep. But I'm pretty sure it's going to start flooding. I'm just waiting for it to start saying there's flooded buildings. See, the water's kind of creeping up.
I'd gladly watch a minute of that. Every time.
Oh man, Zay Xbox? Is that right? I hope I got that right. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Let's bump that down to a meter and see what happens. I'm just curious what I can get away with and not flood my whole district. Okay, first we're gonna have to open these up wide so that we can get all this water out of here. And oops, whoa, where'd my district go? Hello, there it is. Yeah, we have seriously flooded things, but we did it on purpose. Oh, here comes the drought. Well timed, so we can actually see how well our project worked. Yeah, these need to. Those are fine at a meter if it. Yeah, that would be a flood stage. But these should be able to be at 0.5 meters without flooding everything, right? Let's find out. You want this to be as deep as possible so that you have as much water stored as possible without flooding everything. Because you could tell that even though these are at 0.5 meters, that's definitely... Do I still play Astroneer? Quite often, yeah. Usually on Friday nights, though it's not going to be every Friday night. But when I play, it's on Friday nights. That's usually been my Astroneer night. How you doing, man? This is beautiful. This is absolutely beautiful. So in 2.2 days, we'll raise these floodgates, and you'll see the beauty of this whole thing that we just built. Because everything over here will go into drought mode. Everything back here and over here will go into drought mode. But our district will still have tons of water. And it's nice and deep. There's even a water gauge you can build, which is kind of handy, truth be told. You're stuck on Astroneer? What are you stuck on? So how much power are these putting in there? Oh my gosh. Doing this water management, these dudes were making 90 each earlier. This one's now making 140. Now it's making 365. So we only need 200 HP. We have 554. So I could build off of here now. And we may do that because I wanted to get my gear workshops in. They take 120 each. I've got 320 to spare. So I could build those. That's 240. I'll still have power left over. Wow. Let's build some gear workshops. And all you have to do is back them up against that same building and they'll share power. That is unreal. But those are just cranking out that much power. Wow, they built that fast. I wasn't ready. So then, no, not a water wheel. Not bad. Another gear workshop. Yeah, I know you're not connected to a path. So 570, 560. Let's slow down as we build some of these platforms because it does interrupt the water flow a little bit. So we're down to 540. Wow, it's dropping a lot because of these platforms. Like a whole lot. We're down to under 400 already. Oof. We might not be able to support all these like I thought. Big oof. That wheel just stopped turning. What? Oh, draw started. Okay, so we come in here. Raise these two. Actually, no. These can stay where they are. What's the back? Leave that. Whoop. It's being really jumpy. Raise this all the way up. Boom. That jumps up. Might get some temporary flooding, but probably not, because you can see because the drought's already started, there's no water pressure coming from this side. So boom, we've got drought conditions on this side. This will quickly drain out, and all of this will become dried out land. This side, already completely dry, but look at us. We have plenty of water. And if I want to be sure that we don't lose water to the other side, I can raise these up. I know we won't at 1.5 meters, but if ever you're in doubt, you can raise them all the way up and be 100% certain that you're not going to run into problems. So obviously we're not making any power from our wheels while there's a drought because the water's now just kind of stagnant, just kind of sitting there. They have cut down all those trees. What do you mean there's no trees? There's a tree right there. Cut it down. Like, oh, you're right. There's something to do. My bad. Yeah, you cut that one down too. So cool. We got our water project done, and that's kind of what I was aiming for tonight, was to get to that stage. This drought's going to only last a day longer, so this won't evaporate, and that won't evaporate in that amount of time. But I have had droughts long enough that this dries out and this dries out completely. And yet I still have tons of water. But you can see because my water pumps are running, like the water was up to about there and it's already dropped there. Just from the water pumps. Keeping everybody with water. But we don't have to worry about any of our crops drying out. Everything's fine. We're in the middle of a drought and we are fine. And we are going to wrap up because I need to do 3 more live streams this weekend. So I need to take care of my voice. So we're going to raid. Let's see first of all if there's anybody that I follow that's on. Oh, hey, let's go say hi to Top Secret Muffin. There we go. We'll do that. There's only a couple of you here, but I always like to raid. Top Secret Muffin is playing Subnautica Below Zero, so we're gonna go over there, say hi to him. He's pretty chill, dude. You guys will have fun. Make sure you follow me on Twitter if you aren't already. And of course, come subscribe over on YouTube. And come hang out with us on the Vainglorious Discord server. There are your raid emotes, whether you are a follower or not. Why did the raid end? It's telling me we're not raiding. Oh, okay. I don't have the control for it anymore, though. So I can't, like, click the raid now button. Oy vey. Twitch, why are you like this? I'll pull it up on my laptop, see if it has the raid button. Nope. Yes. There we go. Cool. Alright guys, I'll see you tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central. Have a great evening. Let's go say hi to Top Secret Muffin.